Land your plane, land your plane, land your plane, land your plane.
Welcome. Thank you for boarding with Land Your Plane podcast. I am your pilot instructor, Della Nucci. In the building, you are on flight 27. I don't owe anybody no explanations. I'm alongside with my flight attendant. Introduce yourself.
Greetings, everyone. I'm the flight attendant, huh? Not the co-pilot. I'll take flight attendant. Greetings, everyone. Is Venus Noir in the building? Yours truly, bringing love everywhere I go, and I am ready for takeoff.
Yes, man. Let's get to it. How you feeling? How you living?
I'm doing well. Mother's Day was, nice, and grateful that I can still celebrate with my mother. And wish her a happy Mother's Day.
It's a beautiful thing.
Also a time of reflection too, for me as well. So it was a nice weekend.
That's what's up. You enjoyed it. That's what's up. I'm with my other flight attendant. Introduce yourself.
Yo,
You.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, introduce yourself. Can you hear us, brother?
It's not.
Introduce yourself. Oh, wrong link or something. Yeah. Flight 27 episode. I don't owe anybody explanations. What we're gonna do is look at a little video. I think that had a little bit to do with the conversation of what we're talking about. Even if it don't, I guess it could. We could probably have some conversation around it. But for
Okay,
the episode,
I'm ready.
for the topic, I thought this was relevant. You can hear us, brother. Introduce yourself if you could. Let them know who's on the flight with us. He still can't hear us. All right, let's watch this video and then we'll see everybody's thoughts.
I'm going to have to speak my truth, but I'm also going to protect you. So if I got to look like the adulterous wife to make sure you're good, I'm going to do it. Y'all. So, and that wasn't the case. But I wanted him to be okay. Now, also in that moment, two things. As I'm moving forward, I'm also moving backwards. Because of what I realized at that moment, I got in my martyrdom bag. And what that is for me is, I hadn't quite learned how to love myself and not leave Will on the side of the road. And I hadn't learned how to love Will and not leave myself on the side of the road.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Jada Pinkett. I'm not sure where on what show or where she was sitting at, but she was responding, I guess, to somebody in the crowd, giving her little explanation.
Is your mic low? I can't hear nobody.
Can you hear us now, brother?
No, I got the phone to my ear, and I went back like 3 times.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Greetings, Brother Shane. You can't hear us, Jim?
How you doing, Mother Earth? How's everything?
Oh, everything's well. How are you?
I'm under the weather right now.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's why you sound like Barry White.
Yeah.
Did you hear the video?
That was loud, but when it get back to y'all, I can't hear y'all. I'm about to switch phones.
Yeah, that'd be best. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Like,
When you come back, give your thoughts. V, what's your thoughts on the video that you just seen?
Well, okay, so the context for the evening is I owe no one an explanation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't know how to offer my thoughts because it seems like the video is somewhat incomplete. What did
Yeah.
stand out for me was when she said, I'll play the role of the adulterous wife.
Hmm.
He was a victim in her acts of adultery as opposed to taking ownership. That's how that came across to me. Um, but I would have to see the full context of the whole of what led up to her saying that. Um, and but that's what stood out to me was I'll play the role of the adulterous wife to protect his reputation. Hmm, you know, that sounds like, victim, like she's playing the victim role.
Yeah. Jim, you can hear us better? Loud and clear or no?
yeah, you're good. You're good.
We valid. Go ahead, finish V. My bad.
Yeah, I land.
Jim, you
Open
seen the
with that.
video?
Like a little bit of leaving the nigga on the side of the road and all that.
What's your thoughts on it?
Leave me right there. I know how to use my feet. That's
What's that?
basically what I heard, but is her talking about him. So
Mm-hmm.
You
she's
want to play it
dumb.
one more time?
Yeah, I could. Hold on 1 second.
I'm going to have to speak my truth, but I'm also going to protect you. So if I got to look like the adulterous wife to make sure you're good, I'm going to do it. Yeah. So, and that wasn't the case. But I wanted him to be okay. Now, also in that moment, 2 things. As I'm moving forward, I'm also moving backwards. Because of what I realized at that moment, I got in my martyrdom bag. And what that is for me is, I hadn't quite learned how to love myself and not leave Will on the side of the road. And I hadn't learned how to love Will and not leave myself on the side of the road.
Yeah, I'm about to. That's it, man. That's it, man. That's it, bro. That's torture in my ears, man.
Dirt.
And what
God
really
damn, you
pissed
with
me
that.
off, what really pissed me off is the people in the background. Oh my goodness. She ain't saying shit. She sounds dumb. I don't know why she pisses me off, but Will's my guy. I met him. I met Will Smith.
That's my guy.
That's my guy, man. I met him, man, and he's cool. He's cool. I land my plane, cuz.
Yo.
Dirt, did you see? You caught the middle of the video.
I was coming in. I seen to me, I don't have any context. However, I do have an opinion based on that lady.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me
Now
pose a
let me just
question right quick.
my
Not
bad,
no
my
more.
bad, my
You're
my
gonna do
bad.
it
The,
again.
what we was is that you already know the topic of the show is I don't owe
Yeah,
anybody explanations. So I felt watching this video or that conversation. I don't know. I felt this video was relevant somehow, some way.
yeah. Respectfully.
Your thoughts don't have to be specifically to the topic, but based on
Yeah,
what you just said.
I just want to say about her as a person. To me, it don't make sense what she's saying. If I came
None of it
out,
at all.
no, I'm saying
At all.
if I came out to protect somebody, and I feel like what happened was, I think she said what she said because she thought she was going to get more people on her side, and because she ended up kind of being the villain, I think is why she responds the way she responds. She thought that people was going to go, oh, yeah, we don't like Will anyway. He corny, but people like kind of sided with him in the situation, even though I'm not saying that's justified or right or wrong. I just feel like she felt like she would get more people on her side by saying what she said. Because a lot of whether we want to be reality a lot of people live the lifestyle she lives. You have a lot of people who are in entanglements or whatever, but she didn't get the response she wanted. So because of that, I think that's why she's trying to kind of backtrack. Because if you did all of that, if you like you act like you laid on a cross, nigga, you are a married woman. Let's be realistic. Who decided to sleep with another man that you admitted to. That's it. It's not even that complicated. I'm not saying you're good. I'm not saying you're bad. I'm not even saying any of that. Now, that's for everybody else's opinion. However, I think she didn't get the response she wanted to because if you look at her career, it hasn't been going up. But her career was already on a down trajectory anyway. It wasn't going up. But after that, after she had the entanglement situation, her podcast, I don't even think she's doing that no more. You would think a podcast with Jada Pinkett Smith would be a hit. But I feel like, nah, it ain't. No, I'm just, because she's already famous. That's what I'm saying, Sonny. Fame, to some extent, helps you when you're doing a show. Not having fame can hurt you. So the fact is, me and Mega doing our shows, people know us, but not enough people know us. Not as many people that know Jada Pinkett Smith. If she, I don't know how many Twitter followers she have or Instagram followers she have, but that's a whole marketing campaign. That's the same reason why you can get deals with clothing lines and all of that, because you have a group of people who will see your tweet, who will see your Instagram. When she's posting it and she's posting on Instagram, I got a show called Red Table or whatever, and it's not going the way she thought it was going to go. She's not the next Oprah Winfrey. I think that was a real thing because she ended up getting a lot of more, if not complete backlash, but not a complete support system from the people she thought she would get some most support from. I think she was looking for a certain group of people, and those people were not willing to openly support her in her actions. So that's just how I feel.
And
I
I say
land with
one
that.
thing: who has the bigger fan base? Is it
Will.
Will?
Yeah, Will does.
Right. I thought so. I thought so.
But who had the
Yeah,
better
Yeah.
anybody
career?
that got
Will
questions
did.
for each other,
Will had the
always throw
better
those out
career.
there. Will,
Will.
you
If we're
said right.
talking about early 90s, I would say Jada Pinkett, but after the 90s, Will Smith all the way. He's been killing it. He's been
No,
killing it. He
Will
even
has
got
been
his
out
own
since
show
the
now where
80s.
he's out of the country, like living in
Respectfully,
like,
Will has been out since
can you
mid
hear me?
80s.
I can hear you. I don't know if she can.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead, repeat what you were saying. Oh, she can come back in. I don't know what the hell Jada was talking about. She was wilding, talking about she had to do this. You didn't play the adulteress, right? You was that. So I don't know what the fuck you talk about. You was playing. And why you went on there and told them people that and got all them damn oohs and ahs, that means there's more Jada Pickens in the world
Yeah, that
than
shit
Wills.
pissed me off. Mm. And then I had to leave me on the side of the road. Oh, well, yeah. Man, come on, bro.
Well, anybody there's a Jada fan. Let's be realistic. And I ain't gonna
That
lie.
is definitely what it was. That's
If I'm
definitely
a
what it was.
fan, what you say, Sonny?
I'm a Jada Pickett fan. You know, she had different, acting careers that was awesome. And, I just didn't like the fact that they came out in public with their personal problems and she just strained it through the world. Like she basically gagged us with their problems. That's what I didn't like. But I'm a huge fan of hers.
Yeah, I fuck with
Ball head
Jada.
to ball head. We love you, Jada.
I fuck with both Jadas, Jada Kiss and Jada Pinkett. So, however, Jada wilded out with this one. Like you said, she tried to just, and I didn't see that much about Will vocal bar. The only times I seen Will when he was sitting with her. Like, then now we gotta talk about this and get this out. Other than that, Will was working. It looked like to me. You feel me?
I'd say he had to defend himself, if anything.
Yeah, because she was out here, just kept talking about it. Just kept, all right, yeah, I did this, trying to, I guess, promote for Red Table Talk at the same time.
Well,
Me,
that
Will
She's
look like a
milking that
very
shit too.
broken man.
And that's what lead me to the topic today. Do exes deserve closure?
can I say one more thing now, please? I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Anybody
What
got any
happened?
questions too? Throw them out there too.
My thing is this: when you're a celebrity and you're watching TMZ, Esquire, all these other different magazines and publications and websites making money off releasing a story off of you, whether it's real or fake, you're watching them making money off of you. So now your mind, you go, I can release my own story. And at least it'll be real because it's for me. I should get double the money they getting. If people are willing to go buy lies, and I'm not just releasing a bullshit story, I'm really going to release the real story, and it's kind of juicy. I'm about to give the whole truth. So I'm thinking in my mind, I'm going to get the support that you people go to other people. I'm going to get the same income. You done been all on TMZ hearing that we swingers? Guess what? We swingers. You done heard? Yeah, you liked when you read it on TMZ, right? You gave them the money, so give me some money now. I can use that as a way, and I'm gonna keep being real. I'm just gonna tell my own news. But the reality of life is, for some reason, a lot of people rather hear your story from somebody else, whether true or false. They don't care. They don't really want to hear from you, even if you being real with it, and to where you're being completely free and not hiding nothing. They don't give it. They rather hear from somebody else because they still have some skepticism. Or even then, when I've already heard the story and all you're doing is confirming it, you're really not breaking no ice. You're not doing nothing new. So that's why I think her confusion was, oh, I'm famous and I sell magazines. People like to see me in magazines. They like seeing every day. I got another magazine releasing something about what I'm doing or what Will's doing. We gonna make the money off of it now. We're gonna use that and we're gonna keep the narrative and create it and go what's going on. And like I said, maybe be completely honest. But again, people rather hear your story from somebody else. That's just, and I'll land with that.
No, respectfully. People walk right past you, you being the main character of the story, but they'll walk right past you to go pick up the newspaper and be like, "Yo, this is crazy," and then turn to you, like, "Oh shit, you're the one on the page."
You see this shit? You see what they say about you?
That's crazy. So the question tonight is, well, I got one question for tonight is, do exes deserve closure? How y'all feel about that?
No. Depends on if we break up the right way, explain. If it's some, like, I don't owe you nothing. Man. I don't owe you shit.
Is he
Straight
solo on
cut.
that, y'all?
Yeah. I mean, that's true. What do I owe you? I'm pretty sure within the relationship, I'm going with June. Like, I'm pretty sure the relationship, people are talking, maybe not a lot, maybe a lot. You know what's up. So when I leave, you already know what's up. There ain't no explaining. You know what's up. You know what's up.
Don't look shocked.
Unless you know we're here for sex, and then you still don't need my information because you know what's up. Feel what I'm saying? You know what's up. We grown now.
That's a
Too grown now. But I'm gonna land with Jim, and I land.
I land.
Respect. He popped out.
I'm gonna ask the question of 2 seconds. What do you need for closure? What do you need for closure? I don't know what you need for closure because everybody's closure can be different. Do we
Are
need
you
to have a
asking?
conversation? No, I'm not. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. What do you need? I'm not saying I owe it to you. Because the reality of life is, I gotta agree with you and Sonny. We both grown. We broke up. But however, I would say, what do you need from me that I can do or maybe not do? And to offer you a higher level of closure on a situation that we already done with.
They're still seeking validation, I guess.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
look,
So,
watch this. But look, watch this. All right. You got 3 days worth of talk. You know where it's leading to. That's your closure, bro. That's your closure. I'm giving you 3 days. So it's really 1 or 2 days. That's your closure. And it ain't working, nigga. Too much outside interference and you allowing it to happen. That's your closure, nigga. I don't want I'm a secretive person and everybody know my shit. Nigga, get the fuck out my face.
one thing I see people say in relationships is that I always think is hilarious now, especially in my older age. People want excuses for behaviors. Oh, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? To some extent, excuse does matter because it gives relevance. But to some extent, is that going to help you forgive me? That's the greater extent. When you talk about why you unalive somebody and you give the relevance to the situation and what happened and whether it was self-defense or yada yada, that's going to help your case. That can lower your charges. If you want to know
The
why,
devil made me do it.
yeah, if I say that, is that going to make you forgive me? Why'd you cheat? The devil made me do it. I was drunk. I don't drink no more, but at the time, if I was drinking, I was drunk.
And if they do, it's always gonna be head on a swivel. Watch your back, or it's coming. Don't nobody forget anything. They just let it die and it gets you right back.
But I'm saying, what is the point? What do you need excuses for? If we broke up, is these excuses that I'm about to give you that's going to give you closure? Are those going to be the things that bring us back together? Are we about to end this? Are we not going to need closure? Because of the reality of life is, other than that, what is the conversations about? We broke up. Whatever happened that ended us when we broke up now, I don't know what you expect this. I said this before in the show. I think it was this show. I hate conversations that don't create solutions, that are not looking for solutions, that are just, some people just, it's funny. Somebody said to me, they just wanted to be heard, right? They said, I just want to be heard sometimes. And I said, okay, so if your house was on fire and you had a fireman that you could call who would come and put the fire out, or I gave you another choice for a person who would just listen to your house being on fire, which one would you want? Which one would you want to call? The person who could just listen or the person who could actually come put the fire out? So I don't want to hear anything just to hear you. I don't care about just hearing. I'm not, you know what I mean? That's what your therapist is for. I don't care about that. If I'm listening to you, I want to hopefully come to some conclusion and what we're trying to do for a solution so we don't have to face this problem anymore. So while you're saying you're looking for closure, we already closed if we broke up. We're not even separate. If we already broke up, that's the closure needed. That's the closure needed. We broke up. And if we getting back together, we don't need closure. We need opening. We need opening conversations. If that would be the difference.
I like that.
Valid
I'm
point.
saying, like I said, sometimes I still want trust. Depends on how y'all broke up, right? I'm still not gonna give you that chance
Yeah,
again.
I was gonna add to that, Jim. If it's a toxic or an abusive relationship, does that deserve closure?
No, because now it's no trust. Now the game is rigged because I'm looking to get you back. The relationship it ain't gonna be the same no more. One trying to fix it, the other still mad. Like that shit is ugly.
People just like to demonize you to build themselves up to make themselves seem like some innocent angel. That's what they really want to do in the end of it all. So that way, the closure is me coming over there just talking about how bad you are, how you always squeeze the toothpaste from the middle, how you never put the orange juice on the top. I just need to say this to you in person and hear you tell me why you did that, or let you listen to me telling you why, and why you was always liking girl stuff on Instagram. And I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta say all this stuff to you for what? I did enough for us to not be together. So that means if we're not together, that's it. That is your closure. That should be your closure. Now, do we have to be enemies? No, I don't understand that. I don't get how people say they love each other and then 2 weeks later they complete enemies. I don't get that. If I love you, just because I'm not with you, I love you forever. It's going to be like that. It's all love. But I'm in recovery where we say we love each other all day long. So my love might be different. It's different levels. I might not love you like I loved you when we was together, but I still love you and want to see the best for you.
We see that a lot. I like how you said that because
Yeah, I do
motherfuckers, we've
too.
all been there where we love our loved one. However, as soon as we get angry, all that love shit goes out the door, and now it's World War III where we enemies and break up and all of this other shit. But y'all in love.
Yeah, I
The
was.
conversation won't be the same. The conversation won't be the same. The conversation is always going to be more from females. Sorry, but more from females. That I remember this, and I remember that. I remember this, and I remember that. Then what's the closure you need if you remember all this motherfucking shit? We ain't working on building no more. It's just you want to wait to an argument just to say the shit I did that I thought you forgave. It just doesn't sound right to me.
As far as closure is not a conversation because if whoever is seeking for validation, it doesn't come from anybody. That's something that you give to yourself internally, type shit. Now, toxic or abusive, this is where it differs because if me leaving a toxic or she leaving, me being the toxic one and she leaving that, I can feel blindsided. Like, why I don't get no explanation? I deserve an explanation. That would be the narcissist or the chaos or the toxic part of me. But a person could feel blindfolded or blindsided, like why and no explanation. We were going through this. We were dealing with this. We were going through this. I deserve some type of something to let you know that, you feel me? So, and vice versa. It could feel like you're saying blindfolded if it's a toxic, but like Dirt said, the closure is the breakup because whatever was going through was the detriment to my health being, my well-being, to where I had to end it right there. So that is the closure I give because maybe what was going on in the relationship won't allow us to sit down to have a cordial conversation. So I had to save my damn life the best way I know how, and hopefully you understand it, type shit.
And hopefully I'm saving your life too. I mean, to me, the only true love is unconditional. That's the only true love. If there's conditions on your love, then it's going to fail anywhere.
And they say that's a condition though. Even that's a condition.
I'm just saying, if it's gonna fail, if you condition, if we based on your love is based on me following certain rules, I'm a rule breaker. I'm sure I'm probably gonna fuck it up. But if you love me for who I actually like, what I realize is my this is my vision, not everybody else's. Not I'm not saying this is the gospel you read in the Bible. I feel like most people don't love people for who they actually are. Like they don't love your stinking feet. I know it sounds like I'm not making a joke, but I'm not making. It's like people don't love the bad things about you. They only love the things that they either think you could be or that they do like about you.
Yeah, basically.
But they
It's
don't
the
love
simple.
you. But they don't love you. But they want you to
You.
love them. No, because you is you. You is
No,
you.
I,
There's things about you that I
I
can
get you.
understand why somebody might not agree with or whatever. It's like, yeah, I love him, but I don't, I don't like that he does a podcast. They don't care. They don't want you on the show talking. So all they doing is building up resentments in themselves for the things they don't like about you because most people I feel like are settling because of fear of being alone. Not to say you shouldn't be alone or you should be alone, but it's a fear of it. So they go, you know what? This person, and I ain't saying you should be looking for the perfect person, but people just feel like, damn, this is working. This is pretty close. This is good enough. They got the GED relationship, good enough.
Hmm.
And then they not getting the response they want, and then it's like, oh, this person, you know what? I'm not going to, if I don't support it, maybe it'll fall apart. If I don't watch his podcast, if I don't watch his comedy, if I don't listen to his music, maybe he won't never make it. If I don't share his music, he won't never make it. And I'll get the guy I really want because I don't really want to be with a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see him successful in that area. I want him to see him successful in this relationship. I want him to focus on that.
Well, you about to get closure. If you don't believe in my rap, you about to get closure.
But so that's what I feel like. I'm gonna land with that.
No, respectfully. Anybody else? Any thoughts,
Well,
ladies?
a few thoughts came up. I want to be a better listener. And
You got any If
um,
y'all got any questions for each other, you always write them down, spit them out.
well, one, what I was listening to, Brother De La News, Brother Manny, uh, the topic of narcissism came up. And in this particular scenario, as it involves Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, I think Jada was the one who was labeled a narcissist
Mm.
when things started circling around the internet. Um, I also too had the opportunity. I had a chance to see Will. I didn't really meet him or speak with him, but when they were shooting Men in Black, they were shooting it right like where in the neighborhood where I lived and worked in New York City. And so during lunch break, we went out to the set. And, he did come across as a decent person. And I must say he's much better looking in person too. I have to say that. He's really, really tall. And but what the thing that I'm a fan of love, and I have a newfound appreciation for men that I developed later in life when I really learned what a man was. And discovering what a man is for me in my journey, one of the things I discovered is a man capacity to love, and which was actually quite profound when I discovered it. It was one of the most profound things I ever discovered in my life. And a man's heart is very delicate. And if he really truly loves you from the depths of his heart, there's nothing he won't do for you. And, it humbled me when I discovered that. And it also made me thank God I really realized why God created man. And, in terms of us being complementary to one another as man and woman. And in this situation, Will, I understood what his desire was. His desire was to make her happy. And for a man, that's like a big, like that's something that he's designed, he's programmed to do by God. And when he, how many men did I, because I think I've shared on this platform that I used to work in a male dominated profession. And so many of them shared with me the joy they feel when the women in their life are smiling, and that they get a joy out of seeing a woman happy and seeing her smile. Like, and so many men had, and I worked around hundreds of men every day, and to hear like multiple men from different ethnicities, not just black men, not, it was different. There weren't many white men in that environment. Mostly everybody was ethnic. There was Indian men, Hispanic men, black men, very little white men. But um it really, when I saw this dynamic between Will and Jada play out, for me, learning what I've learned about a man's capacity to love, and I think he loved her, it broke my heart for Will. And
Mm.
and that's when I was disappointed in Jada. It's not that I wasn't appreciative of her artwork or her acting or whatever she has done. I always liked her from, you know, back when she was on Different World. And when she came out, she had a lot of like positive things to say, about different things that was going on for Black women. I really admired that about her. She lost me on this though, and I did like Red Table Talk, and I used to work for Queen Afua, and so Queen Afua was a guest on the Red Table Talk, and I was the executive administrator for Queen Afua. And so, there's 2 degrees of separation there. And but it's like, I just, the fact that a woman has the power, if you look at the story of Samson and Delilah, to really F a man's life up to the point that he will be destroyed. And this is almost like the case of Samson and Delilah, and because she did not only break her husband's heart, she broke her son's heart. And to see, like, Jaden doesn't look well. Whenever you see him in public, he looks sick. And because it's a humiliating thing when you, as a man who is in charge of your territory, you let another man in your home, and this is supposed to be your boy, and he sleep with your mother. And how do you live? And that's a man thing that sometimes I don't think women understand, and they often disrespect that. And it's a sense of emasculation. And I felt hurt for both Will and Jaden in that regard. And
Right.
it was humiliating. It was absolutely humiliating. And in terms of like unconditional love, I think love is it's the person that I've learned that you have to love the most unconditional is yourself. And with everyone else, it's like you accept them for who they are. And if you can love them for who they are, then they are loved. No, then that you can love them for who they are. But if not, it ain't love. It ain't love. And you have to learn how to let it go.
That shit is crazy. That shit is fucking crazy. I was just trying to picture his boy coming over, and I seen it just, you know what I mean? Like, I was just picturing that shit like, yo, you want to come over? Hell yeah, I want to come over, nigga. Like, what the fuck you think, nigga? What you don't know, what you don't know. Nigga, they go into the closet and the laundry room, and where my boy at? He said he was going to the bathroom. The bathroom's right across the hall. It don't take him 30 minutes to go to the bathroom. Nigga, like, what the fuck? There's just, that shit was fucked up. And then to come out and say, when I leave him on the side of the road and he leaves me on the side of the road, just what the fuck are you talking about? It's just stupid.
Do we think
So
sometimes? Go ahead. Somebody's about to say something or add.
No, I was going to ask you what it was another question that was answered. I'm sorry, I'm live, you guys. I do apologize. Don't mind me. I'm live, getting people to land your plane. What was the question?
Now, if you had a question, go ahead. I was about to say something, but go ahead. If you was gonna say something, you could add on, build on.
If a person asks you to give them a sentence of what your relationship seemed to you, just a sentence, what would you give that to them? And what kind of sentence would you say to them? Would you sum it up, in 5 words? You know what I mean? Like what kind of closure can you actually give to somebody in a simple sentence? I guess is the question.
I'm gonna do what my boy
Because
did.
you're
Where
talking
you
about
at?
lingering it on, you're talking about reconnecting if you do so. I heard everybody's thoughts, right? So I'm saying, what if the person does want it, right? You want to give it to them, right? But you want to simplify it. How do you simplify in a sentence of the closure?
Have a good life.
That's
Chill.
it in a nutshell.
Have a good life. No
Have a
strings
good life.
attached. Have a good
Yeah.
life, bro. It was fun
I
while it
wish you
lasted.
well.
You feel me? I wish
It's all
nothing but the
peace.
best. It's all love over
It's
here.
all peace. No, this
You
is
know.
all good.
That's
So
it.
he's like, Gemini, I still love you. Why don't you want to be with me? And you're gonna say good night, have a good night, peace and
No, I'm
will.
gonna say have a good life. No, no, no. Good, have a good life.
I
I
actually
said
had a
have a good
Yeah,
life.
relationship.
yeah, Kanye and T-Pain.
I actually had, a relationship with a guy, and it was actually the healthiest breakup I've ever had. And we actually went out, after we had broke up. He went away for this business trip, and he came back, and we went out to dinner. And I told him that love, basically I told him love don't live here anymore, because when I loved him, he didn't value, and he thought that he betrayed me. I said, but you betrayed the love. And I said,
Mhm.
I was just the vessel. And I said, but you actually betrayed the love I had for you. So now the love is no longer here. And we actually ended on a really positive note, just, because he was like, I thought we were going to get back together. You said you forgive me. I said, I do forgive you, but I forgive you for me. you know.
No. If I was to ever do that, like if we went, our first date is going out to eat. Our last date is gonna go out to eat. But here's the thing: you pay for yours, I pay for mine, and you have a good life. First
Yeah,
date
that's
is
no
I paid.
problem.
You feel me? I paid. Hey, you know this is over, right? All right, now you have a good life.
But that's,
Enjoy, enjoy your steak. Enjoy your steak and lobster, cause you paying for that shit.
that's all good too. That's all good.
You paying for that shit.
You know.
That's it.
As far as the words, do I have the words? I don't have the words, even though I'm a musician, an artist, and I do a talk show where I be talking all goddamn day. But I'm more of an experience mental person to where even if we had that meeting, yeah, I'll be talking to you and it wouldn't really be so much closure, like I said, because it's basically the last dance, last call, last dance. So it's gonna be more of an experience. We're not gonna be going out to eat to try to, enjoy ourselves for the last fucking time. Hell to the no. Probably gonna be
That
a
was a
walk.
joke. That was a joke. I'm gonna do
No,
what you
I know.
did.
I'm just saying. I'm just
No, no,
saying.
no. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do what you did. You were on the phone with homegirl. He's like, where you at? Stay there. I'm good. Click. Me and the other person was like, that's it. You ain't gonna say nothing else? Nigga, you went right back to sleep. I was like, yeah, I think it's done.
Stay right
I
there.
nigga woke up and went right back. Where you at? Stay there. Here's the phone. And went right back to sleep. I was like, oh shit. That's a closure for your motherfucking ass.
That's because I'm a Pisces, so I'm different. But however,
Mhm.
yeah, it's gonna be more like I said. It's gonna be more of doing something that day. So it'd be more of you won't remember the words. You'll remember the moment. That'll be the memory. As far as you leaving with closure, you might not be able to leave with that because, like I said, that's something for I'm learning that that's something that I got to give myself, or that person would have to give themselves. I can't give nobody closure, no matter what the fuck I say, because they could take it as a lie, take it as the truth, or just not really take it at all. It could just be wanting control of the relationship, control over me, control over lack of control of themselves. You feel me? It's not nothing that I could actually give a person learning that today. So it wouldn't be a conversation that we would be sitting up, meeting up, and ready to try to exchange thoughts now, doing all of this great planning that we couldn't do in the relationship. I wouldn't. I can't. I wouldn't do
But
that.
now you want to do shit. Now you want to do shit. Nah, nigga, it's over.
Yeah, that's not about to happen. It's just gonna be a moment, a memory, whatever we doing, how we doing it, and that's what it is. Love is love. Like I said, no
And I swear to
grudges.
goodness, I swear to everything I motherfucking love. I don't even think about you no more. Like that week, right? Like the next 2 weeks, I'm already over it, bro. I'm good. Like, okay. I don't reminisce and nah, I'm good, bro. Because then that's a chance that you could play me again. Nah. Closure is closure. And I respect it, but I'm going to play around. Like, yeah, that's just me. I'm a gem. I'm going to get in your fucking head. I'm getting into your motherfucking head. You going to remember this last date.
Hmm. Anybody else got any closing outs or closing remarks?
Closure. We're looking for closure now. Anybody got closure?
What's your answer? And what's your answer, Sonny? What's your sentence for
Um,
closure?
if somebody wants closure and I want to give it to them in a sentence, I wouldn't. I wouldn't, to be honest. I felt like as a person I am, I usually give out what I want, what I need, or what's attacking me, or what's making me feel negative, or making me feel like this is not where I need to be. So when I'm ready, when I'm already gone, there's no reason to keep reiterating what we already just did. You're not getting a sentence out of me. Like I'm good. We did enough in this
What
time
if he says,
period.
I love
So
you,
there's no
girl?
closure.
What if he says, I love you,
That's
girl?
respectful. I mean, they all love you when they leave. They all love you when
I
they
love
leave.
you, girl.
You know? They all love you when they leave. And that's the point, is
just,
that
just
whatever
give
you
me a
thought that the closure for me is whatever you thought that was working for our relationship and you see that it wasn't, when you get to another woman, that should be your closure. You should show that woman everything you thought you were doing wrong in this one. You should try to do better in this one. That's the closure.
okay. I got one for all y'all. How many strikes would you give? Then it's closure.
How many strikes? What you mean? Or
Strikes.
how many
One
strikes
trigger.
till the
Yeah,
relationship's over, then
Two
closure?
that's
two
serious.
closure.
Yeah, that's serious right
I
there.
literally use baseball. I literally have it like three strikes you out. That's I've all I might give you three times, but after the third one, I usually don't no more. Three strikes, you out. Everybody knows that rule. You try to give a person one chance, you give them a second chance. No, not that's it.
I'll
How
give you
many?
two.
Me neither. Like if I fall in
Yeah.
love, I linger. That's the worst. That's why celibacy is best for me. Because if I do fall in love and I really want to be with you and I already adapted my mind to the future, that's the worst. I will linger longer than I should. So it could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times before I say, you know what, now I'm disappearing. No words, no communication, disappearing.
Yeah, that's true. If I really love a person, I didn't think about it. I thought about it, but I just wanted, since we're closing closure. But yeah, if you really 5 years in, 6 years in, you get 4 or 5 from me. Real shit. You get 4 or 5 from me.
think you would get.
But then I started to tighten up.
All
I started to tighten up though. I start to, all right. If it's like minor cheating and all that shit, nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that because I'm not cheating. So if I used to do, if you doing something, I'm doing something wrong. I gotta tighten my game up so you won't have to go do that. And I was getting played left and right, thinking like that. Nah, I don't like that shit. The feeling of it. And then you around your boys and they talk about, man, fuck that B, man. I'll leave I'm over there like, man, I just gave this girl another chance to fuck with me. So I'm not part of that conversation. And I started to put my foot to the ground. Nah, man. I'm good. It takes a lot out of you, yo. It really does.
I would say,
I want to say
I'm not giving no chances. However, you got one to not do it again, and then you got probably one that I feel would be detrimental to my life. That's probably like 2 strikes, and that's as far as I'm gonna take it. I can't go past that because the third one is a clear understanding of what and who we are, or what this thing could be. We're not about to keep going, even though people, we make mistakes, we do things. I'm not perfect. Neither is the person or the partner I'm going to get with is going to be that. However, we're going to do what we're going to do. But the thing that we're looking for as far as closure in a relationship, we're not looking for closure. I think we're looking for that union, that oneness, and in that is navigating through pain and struggle. That's the only way, is how you get to not a perfect relationship, but a good relationship. If no relationship navigates pain or struggle, then they don't know the good and bads or the ups and downs of, you feel me, what it would take for people to commit to each other going through something. Other people will marvel at them for that type shit.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. As I said, if I really love you, you know what I mean, then 4 or 5 is good.
Dirt, get in front of the camera.
So
Dirt.
Huh?
Hello?
Get in front of the camera.
I'm not in front of my camera?
Right there, perfect.
Okay.
Put your 3D glasses on, coming straight for you.
Got that baby in there or something? You gotta keep that baby out the camera.
I'm babysitting.
Yeah, keep the baby out the camera. Mac, welcome back. What's going on, my guy?
What's good, Brody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing, everybody? How y'all evening?
What's going on, bro?
You tapped in. We talking about, did you I don't know if you caught, did you catch anything in the beginning or no?
No, I didn't.
All right, we're talking about, what we talking about, y'all?
Do not play that Jada show again. Please don't play that Jada show.
I might have to, so he can get his thoughts on it. Everybody can close their screen and go do it. They get bathroom break right quick.
Now, each time you play it, I get a little something different out of it, so I don't mind watching it.
Yeah.
All right, Mac, I'm gonna play it for you. I'm gonna play it back for you, and then you can give your thoughts, or and everybody else can give their thoughts if they catch on them.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to speak my truth, but I'm also gonna protect you. So if I gotta look like the adulterous wife to make sure you're good, I'm gonna do it. Y'all. So, and that wasn't the case. But I wanted him to be okay. Now, also in that moment, 2 things. As I'm moving forward, I'm also moving backwards. Because of what I realized at that moment, I got in my martyrdom bag. And what that is for me is I hadn't quite learned how to love myself and not leave Will on the side of the road. And I hadn't learned how to love Will and not leave myself on the side of the road.
What's the question?
Yo,
Can I say one thing?
yo, come on,
Can I say
bro.
one
Come
thing?
on, bro.
What?
You over there doing that clock and T shit, man. Come on, man.
Before I
Well,
bad.
because it's true.
What up,
Hold
Mac?
on.
What up,
Okay, go
Mac?
ahead. Say what you want to say, and then, but Mac, I just want to know your thoughts. But go ahead.
I just want to say, like, are they having that at a fucking like restaurant? Because niggas is eating up on. The first thing I guess you do get more out of it every time you hear Venus.
It's the background for me, man.
I
fuck?
heard them going, mm-hmm. But then I'm like,
Somebody's right
yo.
there. They like, girl, yeah, she's right there, right by the mic.
Somebody said, what?
I'm like, yo, they can't be. I get it. They want a picture after the interview. The audience is hoping for a picture and an autograph. We all Jada fans.
This is probably a book. Is she reading a book?
So
she reading a book, and then it's a book signing.
They are more supportive than a grandmother's bra. I'm telling you.
Trying to tell you.
Everything she.
Yeah,
everything
they was
she
eating that
said,
shit
Nita,
the fuck up, man.
I need that audience at my restaurant.
This is good.
Bars. It was like bars.
Bars.
Yeah.
Air frying.
Jada is air frying that nigga right now. They like, yeah. She's like, and I'm listening to what she's saying. She like,
nothing.
Talk about shit.
What are you saying?
He ain't saying nothing.
I mean, with women, like if you and learn the person, and that's what she's saying. She didn't learn her man. She didn't learn him. They got together, they had sex, they had kids, they move in movies, traveling. They never learned each other. So what she's saying in this conversation is that she has never.
That's a bunch of lies. That's a bunch of lies. They're behind closed doors. They're behind closed doors. No,
I'm
no.
This is with a lot of people in their relationships.
They're behind closed doors.
You know what they like because they eat it every day. You know they like that color because they wear it every day. You better knock it off.
I'm trying to tell you. They're behind closed doors.
She never learned his character, though. She never learned that he's zesty. She never learned that this man is consisting with women around him. He's I guess he loves sex, right? He loves different cultures. Different ladies. Like she didn't learn this about this man. She didn't learn.
You need to learn
about
that though, Sonny. Not to cut you off though. I love you. You need to learn that I love sex from other people. You need to learn. Really?
No. But what I know is that
when I was a virgin, he was
when
married.
I'm with you,
no, I'm
right?
But no, he was married before her.
Yes,
he literally was married. So unless we meet each other and we virgins, even if I tell you I ain't like the sex with other people, nigga, you was with somebody married. That means you got satisfied by somebody else. Hopefully, if you married that person. So let's be realistic. That's reality. I can't assume somebody who's been married.
Our lives are different though, Dirt. Our lives are different. We have more free times with our person. Even though we may work 12-hour shifts, 16-hour shifts, we are able to come home. These people don't come home for months each. Separate for months and years. They'll be separated from doing their own personal business. So how are you able to learn that person's character? How are you able to learn that person
I'm saying you're assuming that.
Instead of doing just them saying, oh, well, I like sex. And you're like, well, if you like sex, I'll have sex with other women. No, that's not learning the person. You're not getting into that person's mind. You're not learning the person that way. You're just giving them what they want so they can shut up. And that's what she did. And that's why her marriage is horrible, because she just gave him what she wanted for him to shut up. And she wasn't satisfied.
No, you're assuming.
I'm going to say one thing.
Jim, please go. If you ain't never seen her broadcast, she got hours and hours and hours loaded on YouTube. Definitely go watch her. She is all talking about how her relationship is no good because she carried herself under this man, when really her relationship didn't go nowhere because she didn't try to get to know this man. She didn't try to spend that time to get to know
her son's boyfriend. Her son's
your question.
So she fucks with her son's friend.
Again, that has nothing to do with what I'm saying. Nothing.
It has
Jim,
a
that has
whole bunch.
nothing
It
to
has
do
a
with
whole
what I'm
lot to
saying.
do with it. It has a
Nothing.
whole lot to do with
It
it.
has
It
nothing to
It
do
does.
has a whole
It
lot to
does.
do with it. Yes, it
because
does.
she got, because look,
You're
you're
the
talking
Jada
about a
Pinkett fan
woman
for
that got
real.
permission. She got permission from her husband. So let's be clear. It's not like she just decided to, oh yeah, no, she got permission to have sex with this man. And that's,
What?
if you watch the show, he comes on there. He comes on there and he cries and
He admits. I
admits
know.
that he
He
has
admitted that he told her.
even though he
But I'm
didn't
saying to
want
you,
it, even though
if
he
he had
wanted it,
fucked
he
Willow's
allowed
friend,
it. She allowed him. That's what y'all not understanding. She did what she did because she allowed him.
I
That's why
get
he
that. No, I
allowed
get
her.
it. I get it. He was
You
already
taking
fucking
Jim.
other
You don't even
girls.
know this thing that you're talking
I
about,
get.
really.
Yo, I understand you saying he was already fucking other girls. So when she said, "Hey, I want to fuck somebody else," he said, "Yeah." But still, with that being said, he was not fucking Willow's friends. He was fucking some other girl. Her fucking.
But August, but let's be clear, August is a musician, right? And he was going for vocal something. I guess he was going for some type of vocals because he has like some type of cancer, right? Doesn't he have some type of cancer or something?
Allegedly, yeah, he had some type of
Syphilis,
sickness.
not syphilis, but
But
SIDS.
she
He
thought he
does
needed
something.
sexual
She
healing.
pity fucked
She
the
thought he
nigga.
needed
She
sexual
pity fucked the
healing.
nigga. Yeah, she pity fucked the nigga. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
oh, he got
no, she got.
cancer. Let me go fuck him.
This
She
is
was
getting out of
trying to
here.
heal him. She was trying to heal him with the pussy. We get. I get.
Oh, he got cancer. So, look. Oh man, come on,
And
man. That shit just made it more bad.
let's be clear. There's a lot of pussy that healed a lot of men in our land.
She got alopecia, so she ain't got no healing, isn't it?
Yo, Mac, back to Mac.
Royals, baby.
You might have to watch it. We might have to watch the video again, Mac. You remember?
My bad, man.
Off of the video, based off of the video, if you remember it, and we could watch it again if you want. But I just wanted to know your thoughts on the video. The topic is I don't owe nobody no explanations. And I felt by her saying was that I felt it was relevant to the topic somehow, some way. But what's your
It kind
thought?
of is because what she said was a bunch of bullshit. It was an oxymoron. That's the first thing I really thought. It was like, yeah, and I'm jacking what Sonny said. I'm with Sonny. I'm with Sonny. You like, we there. But I feel it's like I think it's that, but I think it's also like one, you didn't owe no explanation, especially an explanation that was bullshit. You spoke about you lose yourself with him trying to love him and lose yourself and you lose him trying to love yourself. And before that she says something else where she was in his shadow. Something Makira era. I remember this. So what I got out of it was you just sound like you have two minds on everything and you can't either commit to anything. And you couldn't commit to learning him. You couldn't commit to being your authentic self. You was just being a fucking weirdo. Like, excuse my language. Like, realistically, like she's y'all doing all this weird sexual things in y'all marriage, and y'all don't. It seems like y'all didn't have. You didn't care about having no communication or caring about how that man looked publicly or yourself first and foremost. So like you just like you sound crazy, and I think you just need therapy. So that's what
Can
I
I say?
feel about that.
I want to say one more thing to him. My bad. I'm sorry. I want to say one more
I
thing.
land. I land with that.
I knew you was landing. I felt you.
Thank you.
You know why I felt you,
Twins.
boys? You know why I felt you?
This nigga.
Because I know you, Jim. I know you, Mac. Even though we don't hang out all the time, I know you. I hate that story of
You do.
You know why? You know what the easiest way to get some know somebody is? Not lying to yourself about who they are. That's why it's so hard to get to know somebody, because they're probably being upfront and tell, like, you already admitted. She told him, all right, this is who I am. That don't mean that's who you gotta be.
Right.
You ain't gotta be who I am. And if I'm telling you, when I'm out on the road doing these movies, I'm a fucking with bitches. That don't mean you gotta fuck Anybody. That
True.
don't mean nothing. You can use that as your excuse to be who you are, but no, it doesn't mean that. You still have a choice to be honest and be whatever you want to be. This is who you let me be me and you be you. Now, if we both, if I'm who I am, I'm gonna be me. Because I believe it or not, the best part is I know how to be me. You might not know how to be me. So that's why you will be on your talk show exposed because everybody know what you're doing. Because you don't know how to move the way I move. That's why you're getting exposed. But that's what I realized. People don't know. People act like it. How long does it take to let me ask you that question, Sonny. How long does it, and I'll ask everybody in the panel, how long does it take to get to know somebody? Because I'm tired of people saying, I don't know. How long does it take to get to know somebody?
I'm going to continue. It takes a lifetime to learn somebody, but you have to start somewhere. You can't start with just sex and going on date, eating out, and having kids. It don't start there. You got to actually be with the person. And this is why I say go on hikes. This is why I say don't go to dinners, don't go to movies. This is why I say do things where you have private time with each other so you can hear each other's thoughts and understand each other. If you're not getting that patience with each other, then you're never going to have that patience within the relationship. It's just never going to happen. And it starts from the beginning. When you say how long it takes somebody to learn, you learn them from the beginning. That's how long it takes. It's a lifetime.
A lifetime?
Yeah, we don't got that long. So
I mean, that's to learn a
No,
person. What is your question is to learn a person or court a person, like who you're going to have for a lifetime.
So you telling me, wait, let me ask you this question. My bad, mate. So you telling me
that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to clarify your question. Is it for somebody who's going to spend your lifetime with, or is just somebody, period?
That's what I was trying to pertain to. If it's lifetime production, then we're gonna go that route. So for me, if I know this is it,
because then it's like two questions. How long are you going to take with a person? How long are you going to spend with a person that you want to spend your life with versus somebody you just want to, do your thing?
I was answering Sonny's question. How long does it take, right? You said how long does it take, right, Sonny?
No, I said that.
Oh, how long does it take? If I'm digging a person, you know what I mean? Yeah, the traditional is eating and all that, going out to eat and movies and all that shit. But I like Sonny shit. I'm more one-on-one, not a whole crowd type shit. I'm trying to get to know you. You feel what I'm saying? So about a week or two for me. Oh.
All right, respectfully. So you tell when you say it's a lifetime to get to know somebody, you understand that you're saying that. Am I going to know the person by the time I marry them?
You know of them while you marry them, but nobody knows you completely. And
no, because
at
I feel
all.
like
That's
we're always developing. No, because and I agree. I completely agree with that thing of I'm developing. So you knew me, or you may have known me, but who I am tomorrow might not be who I am today, based on a lot of different. It could be in a positive way or a negative way. However, what I'm saying is the idea of if we went and got married, I know you up in the now. I should know a lot about you. I would basically tell people if I'm marrying somebody, I don't put a ring on your finger. I know you. Or at least I knew you, who you were up into the marriage. Now, if that developed, I would know the good, the bad. Oh, she's nasty, she clean, whatever. I know everything. I would think I know a good stuff about you.
Facts.
Did those things change? Yes, you could have read a book and got some development from the book that changes who you are. Yeah, you could have read Cosmiscuous and you could have got your brain together with that. But either way, with that being said, I still know you like to say, yo, the blame is a blame game. I don't like that type. I don't like that type of swinging. I don't. I'm not against it or whatever. But I feel like don't say just because I'm fucking people, now you gotta fuck people too. That's your choice. Don't use the fact that I said this is what I want to do. Oh, well, he was doing him. That's why. Because, like, no, you didn't have to fuck August Alsina. You could have fucked somebody else. that those things are not connected. You making a choice of what you're doing. So don't use me as an excuse for your choice when it comes to that. Because if you're not like that, you're not like that. If you're a monogamous person, you can't allow somebody to say, "Oh, you can't be monogamous," because he's not. I'm not. Be who you are. Be the best version of yourself. She admitted that he was honest with her, and he admitted he was honest. She was honest with him about what he was doing. Really, everybody else's opinion doesn't matter to some extent, besides the age thing, it being your son's friend. That's a little awkward. The son's friend part of it. It's not even the age part that's awkward. It's the fact the nigga was hanging out with your son, playing basketball at the YMCA, and then you came back and treated him like the village people. That's a little awkward. However, you just ride your own plane. Ride your own plane. Don't jump on his and try to say, because he was doing it. Because I remember when he was taking those pictures with Margot Robbie, the Harley Quinn lady. I remember he took the picture with, and I was like, I remember that was in the tabloids, hot and all of that. So I can see, and maybe they did pipe. I don't know. They didn't get together or whatever. But maybe they did do something. I don't know. However, that was not Widow's Smith's friend. That was some lady from a movie he was in. So that's different. Maybe she wasn't getting. I don't see Jada in movies that much. She don't seem like she's getting any roles. So it seems like, in the end of it all, you wasted so much time trying to help him, trying to give him some pussy to cure his cancer. You haven't been focusing on your career. And the way you need to focus on. You should be the help. You should have helped him get in a movie. You need to get in more movies and TV shows in general. You are an actress allegedly. So get involved. Get outside.
That was her best role.
Which one? Talk about
the real life role. That was her best acting.
Oh, that table talk. What's the other joint? What's the joint with the females? What's
set
the
it
name?
off.
Nigga,
Set it off.
Yeah, set it off. How could I forget that?
That nigga got on.
The
What was
Freak
that?
Show was her
Award?
best show.
No, her best show was
I like
when
the
she-
Jason lyric too. I like the Jason lyrics.
Oh yeah, Jason lyrics. That's where I really noticed and
Low
really
down,
remember.
Low down
dirty
dirty
shame.
shame.
Low down dirty shame. Low down dirty shame. Best one.
She was probably if I keep it 6-0, she was probably my first, one of my first crushes. She was on the list of my top 10 first celebrity crushes that I seen her. Seen her
what was Stacey Dash and Jada? I love them, bro. And then here come Queen Latifah, and then
Dash was number one.
Well, I'm gonna say probably Lisa Bonet. You know what I mean, from the Cosby Show. Her, Jada Pinkett. I did love Lauryn Hill too as a kid. Oh my god, I loved me some Lauryn fucking Hill. I to this day love her music. For Mother's Day, I was listening to some 90s R&B, and they played a couple of Lauryn Hill's tracks, and I was out there. You couldn't tell me. Yeah, she was her. Girl, you know you had her.
Watch out. Some guys are only about. Y'all know the rest. That thing.
Dang, yeah, I know that thing. That you know what's good about her music? Not, I know this is not, but just to say this.
Blowing my thing with a finger.
Oh my god, I knew these. Oh, I love that song. Even though I know that's not her original, but she killed it. She made it hers.
She killed that.
Yeah,
shit.
I know niggas done did mad talent shows with that shit.
But I would say what make her different from most female rappers, because I don't have a problem with female rappers, but a lot of times I can't get into it because I don't suck dick or whatever, and I ain't got a pussy or whatever. So, but but I think even on that song, she says, "Girls, you know you better watch out. Some guys are always about that thing." Then she says, "Boy, you know you better watch out. Some girls are always about that." So she's going from both perspectives. So even when she's doing the verse about for the girls, I can sit there and enjoy that verse knowing it's a verse for me coming. It's a section for me, opposed to just like I didn't like Eve because you remember she made that song about her. I hate that song about her friend getting beat by her boyfriend. Oh my god, I hate that song so much. I hated it.
Yeah, that was fucked up. That was definitely
I
fucked
fucking
up.
hate it.
You hate that stuff.
I hate it. I
That
Love
was
is
just hate it.
definitely
blind. Love
fucked up.
is blind.
And then one day
Innocent
over,
good.
yeah,
After the
bye.
fire.
Too early, it's too early. Like we need Eve right now because there's so many young children that need to hear this music that we grew up on and we understand and we became better people as we grew from this type of music,
Oh,
and we need that immediately because
I
Eve
forgot.
definitely needs to be in this era.
Erica Badu. I forgot about. How can I forget about Erica Badu?
I
She
do.
was,
Mm-mm.
she was, yeah.
I don't know.
I
I was
was,
just. It was always Sade for me, son. Sade, even
yeah,
as a
that's Michelle.
youngin.
That's Michelle. That's TJ Mom's singer, Sade. I love Sade too. I ain't gonna hold you. I do.
Even as a youngin, I mean, I
Listen,
still fuck with
oh,
Sade to this day. But even
I
and
love
yo, the
Sade.
crazy. I just found out Sade was a group. I didn't even know that. It wasn't her specifically her name.
What?
I never
Well,
knew
she
that.
called that is her name though, but that's she also called the group, but that is her name. Her name is
Mm-mm.
Falasha de Olayinka Adu.
Oh,
Think
Bomba
ma-
clot.
I won't
Olayinka
remember that, but
Minyati.
it's beautiful. I won't
Yeah,
remember it, but
Fala.
it's
I
That's
know her
beautiful.
that's
name is
that's
Fala.
definitely.
Her name is Falasha de
I'll
Falasha
forget
de
that by the time the
Adu.
show is over before the first commercial. However, that's beautiful. I hope I don't meet her in person. Hey, Falasha. Try to play like I'm.
Sade.
She gonna be like fans call me Sade. My bad.
Mhm.
Try to make it cool, but nah. But really though, I think that being a celebrity has a lot of things on you, obviously, and it's the public opinion people have so strong, especially when it comes to things that are not monogamous. They have a stronger opinion of it. It seems like, and it really comes down to it ain't like every monogamous relationship is working. So I see if a monogamy was such a successful thing, we could act like it's a is an end all be all, but it's not. It isn't. And most people probably should be looking for some swinger lifestyle or some polyamorous type situation because they do want to have sex with multiple people. What happens is most people don't feel like they can get that from relationship, so they don't come in there and confide that with their partner. They just say they'll pretend like, yeah, I'm just gonna be fucking you. When the reality of life is they're gonna be fucking a couple of people. And instead of just being open and honest. And then knowing that the person that you're being open and honest with is gonna love you through that honesty. I think that's the biggest fear that somebody might not love that person.
Mm,
Nah, like you said, just be you, man. At the end of the day, just be you. And if the person love you, they love you. If the person don't, they don't.
mm.
Respectful.
But
I
they not
will add. I'm sorry, Derek.
no go Sonny, go. I mean not Sonny, go Venus, my bad. Bless.
I think, when it comes to the dynamic of Will and Smith, I think they married each other's represent and they married what they wanted a partner to represent and what it looked like from a superficial aspect. I mean, Will could provide everything on a superficial level any woman could imagine and desire as well. And that she found out that wasn't enough. I mean, I've met people who literally have married for money and they get in the relationship and they realize the money is just not going to be enough. I really don't desire to be with this person. How much money this I don't want to be with him, you know? And I think that's what happened here. Will wanted he talks about it. He said, I wanted the white picket fence. He said that. I wanted the white picket fence. And he went on a mission, not only to, create the white picket fence American dream, but to do the best version of that, the he wanted to have the best a platinum picket fence.
And the thing about that is he had 4 or 5 houses with a white picket fence. She didn't want none of them. You feel me? He had enough money
Yeah,
to get what you want. To her, it just
yeah.
wasn't enough, and it's never enough. I mean, you married Will Smith, man.
Well, she also had left Hollywood and she had bought a farm in Baltimore, outside of Baltimore, in Baltimore County, where she's from. And he called her. He went, he basically pursued her, and she came back to Hollywood, reluctantly, so she went against probably her authentic self. She didn't really want to go back to the Hollywood scene. And, but Will was Will. What woman in her right mind? So she married Will because it seemed like the right thing to do. What woman in her right mind would turn down a multi-million dollar movie star? He wants your hand in marriage, And I know from experience, when you start to rationalize things, it's never the right thing to do. I should marry him because, do this because. Once you start doing that, it's never the right thing to do.
Right.
Never.
You ain't living for yourself no more.
You're not living for yourself.
Exactly. Y'all want to take a quick commercial right quick? Bathroom break and all that?
Okay.
All right, quick commercial break right quick.
Land Your Plane is a show where truth takes off and accountability lands. Guests face honest questions about love, loyalty, relationships, ego, family, and the conversations most people avoid. Want to be a guest or bring family on? If you have a story, unresolved conversation, relationship question, or truth you're ready to face, we want you on the show. Apply here. And somebody will get back to you or comment. Ready to land. Clear the runway. Your seat is waiting.
Where you wanna be in your heart, we call that heart to heart. Mind game.
You are the supreme clientele. You are talking to Vanessa.
Baby Malcolm, I could be your rider. If you're the cannon, I could be Mariah.
Come in here and get a fresh haircut.
If you be the water, I can be the fire. I'm a guy, and you could be Messiah.
In other words, leave out of here. This is the person that you came in.
Look for something to eat and you want something with just a little bit more flavor? Go to Ivory's Flavor Jamaican Food. It's located at 417 Georgetown Street, number 130, Lexington, Kentucky. Get you some food with some flavor, man. Get you some of that Ivory flavor. Tell them 34.5 sent you.
Welcome back. How's everybody living? How everybody feeling?
Always great.
We good. Anybody need any refreshments? Anybody good? Some got the fruit punch.
I got this Ocean Spray Zero Sugar.
Shout out to Ocean Spray. We're gonna be hashtagging you later on, man. Tell you how great it is in the comments. You hear me? Oh, shout out to Coot in the building.
Yeah, shout out to Bill. I wish I would have had some strawberries. So I could make some strawberry cake. I'm making a shortcake with the pound cake. That should be good.
Throw some strawberries in that drink. I'll be fire.
Yeah.
All right, another little question I got. Can protecting your peace hurt others?
No, because you're not going to be in my peace. That shit is gone. It's peace for me. You're not going to be nowhere near it.
I didn't get no video for this one. My bad, Jen. What you say?
I said, no, you're not gonna be nowhere near my peace. So if you feel about my peace, that's on you. That's your feeling. I don't give two shits about it. My peace is all I need.
My question to the panel is: can protecting your peace hurt others?
Only if that type of only if that person is a person who I realize some people don't want to see other people peaceful. So if you're dealing with somebody else who that they like they feel like there's emotion in you being disgruntled because they feel that emotion at a higher level than when you're at peace, then yeah, it's gonna hurt them because they want to feel that passion. They feel like they don't feel passion if you're chilling. So they feel like they gotta get you angry. You gotta be angry because that's the only time you're passionate. So it depends on who you're protecting your peace from. And I'll land with that.
I agree. Anybody else? Anybody else? Protecting your peace hurt others?
In my experience, protecting my peace, wow, it came up more at a heavy cost to me because some people will try to push you and provoke you. I feel like protecting my peace has hurt me more than it has hurt other people. And sometimes it come at you know, for the sake of like not wanting to just fly off and go in on a person, you know. It's like I'm protecting you from me to keep peace for the sake of keeping peace. And it can make you sick. It can make you feel sick, is but no, I don't feel like it hurts others. You have to be careful it doesn't hurt you, because you might have to suppress certain things. You might try to turn the other cheek and all that kind of just for the sake of keeping peace and protecting peace. But if it hurts somebody else, then they have no respect for your boundaries.
Sunny Moon, protecting your peace. Can it hurt others?
Protecting your peace can it hurt others? Of course, because they want to be in your space. Of course, it can hurt them because they want to be able to do the same bullshit they were doing. And they don't want you to take that away from them. They want to be able to manipulate, steal, divine. So, of course, it's going to hurt them when you put up boundaries. I am.
Mac, you in the building? So let me be the advocate. There is two sides of the coin. There's the one side had y'all explained, and then the other side of the coin is the chaotic person who claims that they're protecting their peace, but has been the root of all the chaos. Now they find themselves in a corner because they burn all their bridges and they have nobody else to reach out to. So now this peace that they're so-called protecting is conjuring up more chaos for the next person. So what's your response or what's your thoughts on that?
Repeat.
Say that one more time.
I say you have the side of the coin, the one that y'all explained. And then you have the other side of the coin where you have the person who says who's protecting their peace was the root of all of the chaos. So now they've burned every bridge that was access to them to where they find themselves in a corner conjuring all of this peace, which is really chaos for another person. And what's your
You're
thoughts on that?
troubled. If that's what peace is to that person, you're troubled.
Mm.
You're absolutely troubled. That
I
peace
feel
shouldn't
like
even be in
it's
that
not
conversation.
peace.
Go ahead, Sonny. I land.
Sounds like a narcissist.
It does like a motherfucker. Oh, shit.
You only can call it peace if you're elevating in the situation for yourself. That's the only way you can call it peace. So if you're just going to different people and getting the same reactions, you got to sit back and think about yourself. Like, is it just everybody attacking me? Or am I putting myself in these situations? What am I doing? What am I saying to get these reactions? You got to give some self-respect at this point as well. You're not going to just keep crashing and crashing and crashing and you're a good person. It's like hard to say that because of course we all have our down days, our up days, but as a person that's not creating and not putting themselves into, it's a little, it's a difference. You shouldn't be crashing that often. You shouldn't be losing everybody. And again, I'm gonna say this too, Della, too, to be honest. When you say you lose everybody around you and you're the problem, it's like you maybe you are the problem. Maybe you have outgrown the people that you have been around for all these years that's never been good for you. So you are the problem to people because you don't want to be in that situation no more. You don't want to keep crashing with all these people that you know no longer can elevate or sit next to you. I learned.
I like
I
that.
agree with you on that one. Yeah, I like that
Mm.
And to build and to add to that, we've all you
one.
mean clock it, clock it, clip it.
Mm.
Now we've all had friends and family, and I could contest to it. I can't speak for everybody, but we've all dealt with depression to an extent, and we've had friends and family. So to abandon a friend or family in their moment of need, you feel me? When they're, not dealing with the best of times and stuff like that, would be is what I'm saying. Now that you want to protect your peace because you have a good look at life or a good leash on life or just a better advantage versus the people that you've seen in your position, was just in your position, dealing with some of the things that you were dealing with. How could you be protecting your peace when people are still in dysfunction where you left them?
Yeah, you
So
left them, so you're
I
not worried
I'm
about them
at
no more.
I
You left
feel
them.
I propose yeah, I pose that question as far as as being an advocate, devil's advocate. Because I like what you said. You said maybe we did outgrow it. Yeah. Maybe we are not the same person who they seen us for. What they recognize and what they realize us for, they don't see that growth in us today. Every time they see us, they have the memories or the thoughts of the last time of you feel me? The things that we was doing and what they remember you for.
That means they
However,
put you in a box.
me issuing new boundaries or new ways, new things that I'm administering in my life could feel like abandonment or could feel like hurt to one another, a family friend, a friend or a family member. But to me, it's me, continue my spiritual journey or doing things that I feel is, useful for me type shit. But what I said before, what goes to my initial point, peace only comes from knowing how to navigate, only know how to navigate the struggle and the pain together. That's totally what I would say it includes. Because without that, then you wouldn't know where to find peace if you didn't know if you didn't know where chaos is. You don't know what the light is if you've never been in dark. You don't know what down is if you've never been up.
Mm.
So we know all of these things. These things is like natural laws that, sometimes we don't avoid it. However, we know it. You sound like Jada's audience.
I was
Mm.
just thinking the same
Mm.
thing.
Mm. Speak it. Speak that shit, man. Speak that shit.
Mm.
We all sound like Jada.
Mm.
Especially her audience.
Mm.
Put that on a
I'll land
t-shirt.
right there. I'll land right there. Any thoughts?
I mean, so in other words, what you're saying is how can you be at peace when the person whom you left behind is not at peace, but they're certain set of circumstances that you were once in? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, something that you deemed as toxic. Now you're no longer toxic.
I look at like whatever giving set of circumstances you may find yourself in. And if this so things are always reflecting you and the level and the depth and the degree upon which you've learned to love yourself. So if there are people showing up in your experience that don't reflect, then it's also a dynamic. Okay, what do I need to heal within my? That's how I've always. What do I need to heal within myself? What is this showing me? Because apparently I attract. And it's also about choice. I agree. I know that I had a situation, especially in the last few years, in which I went against my gut, and and I placed myself not and my gut told me to do something different. And I have a joke with one of my friends. She's like, "You gonna listen to the spirit now, ain't you?" And that's our little inside joke. I'll be like, "Daggone right," And I think when you go against yourself, you're going to find yourself in chaos. That is the ticket to hell. And if you do leave a situation, you're not responsible for that. We're all, if I leave a situation and I really genuinely care about those people, but they may be quote unquote good to themselves or whatever, I don't owe them anything. They don't owe me anything. If I love them, I'll do what I can, but I'm not with it. Since we were on the plane, right? What do they say? You have to put on the mask first, so you gotta love yourself first before you can take care of any, so if anything's there that's gonna week, a girl I've been friends with for we were in college, we met freshman year, first week of college. He has a tendency, because I was what you call a non-traditional college student, which meaning that my parents were paying for paying for my own education. So, all my friends, they were from like, two-family house kind of thing. And so, it was always this kind of little snub every once in a while. I peeped it, but I didn't care. I thought I was just as good as everybody else. But, so she has this thing, like some of our friends have gone on and done major stuff, like one of our friends, she graduated from business school, she was on one of the house. I have another friend, she's gone on speaking at the UN. So then there's, this whole dynamic of, oh, there's Shelly. And so I was like, you try to treat me like a this was just literally a couple days ago. And, and I had to kind of call, still love her, but I had to protect my peace, and basically set a boundary. And, and she's fine. I still love her, but I'm not compromising anymore. I did that for a long and if something in my gut says it ain't right, it ain't right. I don't care how much I love you. I'm not turning back to like what they say, a dog returning to its own vomit, eating it. That's a scripture in the Bible. What's the other one? The Lot's wife when she turned back and turned to a pillar. You know, you know. Sometimes you just can't turn. Everybody has to sometimes figure it out for themselves. Not playing.
Respectful. That is like you said, that is the emotional burden that people walk with sometimes, connected between you and a friend type shit. But however, like Sonny was saying, maybe they haven't recognized your growth, so you did outgrow them. However, it doesn't make you better, worse, or whatever. But all right, you in your growth now, and like I said, we've all been depressed. We've all had hard times, dealt with them. But this is, I guess, this is when your growth or your journey is tested, because now friends and family are saying, reaching out now, or yo, I'm going through a hard time. Matter of fact, I got a a funny one. What was it?
You said something to me?
No, I was mentioning I was building off of what you was talking about. But I got a funny one. The funeral selfie disaster. A woman posts a fire outfit pic at her uncle's funeral with the caption, "Still cute through pain." The family starts arguing in the comments instead of grieving. Is it disrespectful to look good at a funeral, or is everybody just jealous?
No, it ain't disrespectful to look good at. Sometimes funerals are like family reunions, you know. So
That's how
you
we treat
know,
them.
yeah. I feel like nowadays that's the only time I get to see my extended family.
Uh,
I mean, you know better than to wear with skimpy shit at a funeral. So
Well, it's
you know
skimpy. That's something different.
yeah, you know better than that. But you
usually
know,
show it out
I
up
mean,
front,
it's a
like
fashion
show
show.
it out.
Yeah, it's a fashion show.
Yeah, if it's like black people, it becomes a fashion show. Let's be honest on here, you
It's
guys.
a
That
fashion
part of
Just
them
show.
not
say
fucking
something
whole
big,
family. It's
big,
not front.
casket sharp. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's
Big
definitely a
casket
fashion show.
shirt. Am I saying that right?
Say
Dig,
that again.
yeah. Dig, what they say, like come, dig, cap. Ugh, I can't even say the word. Casket sharp, dig, casket sharp. How you say it? It's like the casket.
That
You're supposed
cast
to be
that
as sharp as the casket that they're gonna lay in. You're supposed to be as sharp as that, like when you
right.
come into it.
I wanted to say
Oh,
something like that
got
too. That's you're
Yeah,
not
it's a
gonna dress
fashion
that in
show.
as
It's in the
bum
black.
attire.
Come to
Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
black. It's a
I got
fashion.
what you're saying.
it's definitely what it is. It's definitely a fashion show. And if you don't come like that, then you're gonna be talked about. Like, you don't even come over here. You can't. You know what I mean? They kind of no. I seen no one dress not to impress.
For real.
I seen people come with minks on, man. Like I seen people wearing minks, man. Like you know,
Pulling out their best to dress.
even family reunions is not that fashion. Like it's just shorts, uptowns or Jordans. It ain't that fashion. Like, but like weddings, funerals,
Family units
real,
because everybody usually have the same T-shirt type shit.
the
So
same T-shirt. Yeah,
everybody
you know what I mean.
try
So
to be on code. It's usually white, and everybody got the same T-shirt type shit. But yeah,
Well,
you're
I've
gonna
seen
have
a
fun.
new
funeral.
You're gonna have
thing.
fun at family
Funerals.
reunions. So
There's a new theme I've noticed. Funerals in the last few years. There's a color theme. They usually have the family dresses all up in the same color. I've noticed that lately in the last few years. I that.
You cutting in and out.
Oh no, I'm cutting in and out. I'm sorry. Okay, can you? Is this better? Is that better?
yeah,
We
yeah.
have to start talking.
No, I said I noticed a new trend at funerals that people are wearing colors, like a color theme.
I don't know. I haven't seen or been to that much funerals to know. I usually wear black,
I've
but
seen
now I
that
do.
too. People are wearing like people's favorite colors, or
Yeah.
they like the mahogany. I'm gonna wear mahogany. I think it's all cool. I think when you I seen that too. Definitely, I think that it's not a. I don't want to say it's a dress to impress situation. However, you wanna you don't want to dress to what you're wearing becomes the conversation piece because you're not the conversation. The person who passed away is more of the conversation. However, I don't think you want to, wear the same stuff to the gym. It's like if it's like you're not gonna just wear stuff you just wear out when you're going to the supermarket. I think that um you want to look good. You want to feel energy for that. You want to and feel that energy. Because if I don't, hopefully it transfers. But I don't think that. See, my mother didn't have a funeral. She had a celebration of life because she didn't want a funeral, and I thought that was really an awesome idea. I never really knew about it that much until that happened. However, I thought that was an awesome idea, and we dressed pretty casual. I think I had on jeans, and I had a shirt that I had made with a picture of on it, and I wore that. A funeral, I think, makes you dress a certain way, and then you're trying to dress nice. And if you don't want to just put on a black situation, I feel like it's going to create some level of damn, she looks so good in that dress because somebody got curves and shit. They probably look good anyway. So it don't matter if they was wearing a full black dress or wearing a purple one or a pink one. So I just think that you don't want to make you want your outfit not to be the conversation piece. I don't understand posting pictures from funerals that much, really. I guess allegedly, because to me it's like you had time to take a picture. I was so emotional even at the celebration of life for my mother, and I'm a picture video person. I got a bunch of pictures and videos of her that I couldn't even think about taking a picture. So I don't know. To me, I would be like, all right, I don't know. When people post her stuff, I always feel like I know why. I'll say this, and I post for attention. I literally post because I'm a comedian who's trying to grow my brand. So when I'm making a post, I'm posting to hopefully grow my brand, get stuff like that. But a lot of times, I guess I make the assumption other people are posting for attention too. That's what I think in my mind. And I'm gonna land with that.
Respectfully, can I still be cute through the pain?
Can you still be
Yep,
cute?
I was raised like that. Oh, go ahead, B.
Somebody was saying something. What y'all say?
Venus, she said, she made a mistake. She said, "Go."
Oh, me?
Yeah, she had interrupted by accident, but she said,
No, 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 Sonny, you can go, baby.
"One of y'all go, please. We don't want silence."
We're chipping down. No, 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 no. You go. I say, you go, please. You go. I insist. I insist.
No, I feel like yes, you can look good through the pain. I was born like that. Like I was raised not to go outside without looking like something, no matter what you're going through. So yes, I feel like yeah, you can look good through the pain. There's a lot of people that do it. They walk around looking like they got money and they broke as hell, ain't got nothing but a tear when they go home. So yes, look your best, baby. Whoever's watching this, if you don't feel good when you walk outside, look good, baby. Look good.
Shout
I'm
out
on
to
that.
my sister India. Shout out to my sister India. She taught me that. You don't gotta have no money in your pocket. Look good and feel good about yourself. It ain't all about the money. I always took that in.
Respectfully. At what point? Oh, V, you want to answer? Can you
No, no,
still
I'm
be
good.
cute through
I'm
the pain?
good. I'm good. I'm coasting right now. I'm coasting.
At what point does mourning become a fashion show with tears? Then I'll get off of this dark.
I'm gonna say when you posting pictures, when you're posting pictures because I feel like essentially pictures create you have to pose, right? So
Yeah.
when I'm posing for a picture at a funeral or a thing like that, that's when it becomes a fashion show because I'm posing for this picture. That's what I said. Like, how do you even have time or the energy to say, you know what, let's snap this photo? I could get it sometimes because at my grandma's funeral, I hadn't seen people in a little bit. But again, it wasn't about what we were wearing. It was more or less about just happy to see you guys, almost like it's like a family reunion. I haven't seen you in a long time, and let me get a picture with you too, or whatever type thing. But still, at the same time, I think when you're posting by yourself, when you're writing up, when you're what your caption of that post is, that's what's creating the fashion show out of your a funeral situation is what you're posting, what pictures you taking, and your captions of those pictures. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you know, hard to walk in these shoes. Because you're trying to post the pictures of the shoes. Now you're making it a fashion show. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Respectfully. Anybody else?
I'm still coasting.
Jim, Sonny, when does morning
I'm
become?
good. I land.
Mm.
Yeah, I land.
Comparing yourself or communicating about what everybody got on or drama. I feel like taking a picture of yourself before a funeral for real. I mean, who haven't done it? I mean, when we come with fashion and our belief, we're thinking we coming for the best of the person. We're coming to the best of the person that died, right? So me taking a picture, maybe the caption wasn't, respectable enough, but really we all done it. Like I'm gonna take a picture of me before I go out, period, and I'm gonna make sure I look good as fuck for this funeral because I want to represent the person I'm coming to. It's just almost like a sign of respect in our culture, you know. So no, I don't know. I don't really see it fashionable. Maybe the words weren't respectable, but I don't see anything fashionable because we're all gonna take pictures. There's people coming from funerals that you're not gonna see for years. So cameras are gonna be out, people are gonna record, and it's gonna be people out there saying you look fly as fuck, or you look beautiful. I ain't seen you since you was 10, so at the end of the day, then it's going to be from the door to the last car on the church or the premises. It's a show. Then it's going to be a show in our culture, anyway. That's what I'm saying. And I'll end.
Respectfully. Yeah, when I was young, I was brought to funerals. Well, introduced to funerals young because grew up in a church. So my mother had me going to everybody's funeral. and just and this is before I think Facebook or MySpace. That niggas was taking pictures with the body, and as a child, to me, this was like I was just traumatized by just the body period, the body fact. You feel me? Traumatized by the whole funeral, like. But however, like learning and grieving, everybody grieves different now. I see is I don't know what I was seeing at that time. It was people were grieving. Nobody was really tearing, but people, yeah, the pictures is what niggas was really focusing on. I see, and I've seen that throughout many funerals. I done seen children, adults. You feel me? My parents. I've seen a lot of people in the casket. So, has it been a fashion show with tears? I guess they say everybody smiles to hide their tears. So I guess everybody's dressing to hide their tears. In a way, fashion show. Let's do a quick commercial. This book is dangerous, not because it tells you what to think, but because it shows you who's been thinking for you. It exposes the illusion, the script, the invisible leash. After Cosmiscuous, you won't hear music the same. You won't see mirrors the same. You won't even see yourself the same. Warning. Side effects include awareness, freedom, and irreversible growth. Cosmiscuous. Read at your own awakening.
Hardcover, paperback, and Kindle, available now on Amazon. His secrets weren't just lies. They were debts, dangerous ones. She was just a housewife, routine, love, family, peace. Now, she has a choice, break or become something else. The God Lady, story of power, sacrifice, and the price of loyalty. She didn't choose the game chose her.
Welcome back. How y'all feeling? How y'all living out there?
Bless.
You're good. You're
Highly
good.
favored. Oh,
Got a couple more. We can get up out of here. Public cheating rumors. If the accusations are public, should the explanation be public too?
we going by Jada and Will.
Play the video again.
No, man. No, man.
Mm.
I'm gonna say no, because it's not nobody's business. If I want to come out and say we're back together, okay, because you're gonna see us. So I might as well go on and show that picture showing we together. But to give an explanation of the reasons why, that's crazy business. It's between me and the person that I feel like I want to stay with. That's our job to figure out why we're here. It's not your job to figure out why we're here. That's crazy.
I don't even do the public shit. I don't want to hear what you got to say. That's like, nigga, I don't want to hear none of that shit. Nigga. At the end of the day, this is my choice. You ain't behind these closed doors. I don't public none of my shit. Bro. I be, nah, I land with that. I don't know.
It's on the floor. It's on the floor. Public
I was
cheating
I,
rumors.
I would say
Go ahead.
a relationship is a private is a personal experience who you can divulge with who you divulge with. I don't think you need to get the pub because like to me it feels like you're looking for something.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And if you're not looking for something, why do you need everybody to know or not know or whatever that means? So for me personally, I feel like it's a thing of where no, you don't have to put all your business in the street because you're looking for a response to me. And and I think that a failed relationship is a shared experience. I think a lot of times people like to make it be a this person's right or this person's wrong thing. So that's why I feel like they'll share it because they want to be the right person. But I feel like I said, it's a shared experience. I feel like so. I think that if we're both wrong, what am I sharing it for?
Yeah, it's more like I want to hear what you got to say. I might take your advice, or I might not. If I post this shit, I want people like you're messy. You're way messy.
But they're just rumors and accusations. It's not. It's all alleged. It's not actual true. So
But
if
if
it's
you
being posted,
posting it, if you posting it, there's some truth to it. You just want people to know and what kind of response you're gonna get and what can I take from the responses. Instead of just going to the motherfucking person, hey man, this ain't right, this ain't cool, this ain't what I thought it was. I have a lot of girl cousins that literally jump on Facebook. I read the shit, I'm like, that's stupid. Their whole life is on Facebook. Nah, good. Then it starts to be like, nigga, I can't trust you, nigga, because whatever I say, you're gonna turn it into some. And then, if you got that type of nigga, he gonna play your game. So now y'all both on fucking Facebook, stupid as fuck, arguing through Facebook. And the other people just like, yo, these niggas is dumb. Their whole life is on Facebook.
they enjoying the show. I mean, some people, and that's a crazy because I might have a show idea for that. But however, um, some people's relationships be so public that to a point to where it'd be 5 years online type shit. So when they do come to a breakup, the audience that who's been committed and engaged in that deserve an explanation. Like, you feel me? Like they just broke up too. There's people who
Right.
grew up
They
on
part of the
people that grew up on TV as far as
motherfucker.
relationships. Feel like, you feel me? They was a part of that whole shit too. Like they was their kids or significant others too. They have sides in the
What do you call
relationship,
that
all
show?
that.
It's like Basketball Wives and all that other extra shit. Where the BET shit, whatever them shows is. They put their life on the line. Like if you're getting paid for the shit, then there's scriptures and shit. Say this, say that, say this, say that. You're getting money at the end of the deal. But if you're just doing it because you feel some sort of way, yeah, you wrong.
Me myself.
Private shit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think when you're a public figure, your public becomes like your boss, like your supervisor, because they're the ones who pay your bills. In the case of the high profile um, public figures like Jada and Will. So they have to give their public an explanation because that's who pay them, you know. And so they got to get in graces. I mean, at the end of the day, technically, you don't owe nobody a damn thing. And it would have been better off for both of them if they did keep they kept it secret, I guess, for as much as they could. And then all hell broke loose when the young man exposed Jada for who she really is. And then the
Right.
slap shot.
Right after that, paparazzi got involved and they made their
Yeah,
own stories to it.
exactly. So I think it's a level of control there for people like them to try to take control of the narrative and tell their own version of their story. Anybody else is just like, I got to live my life for me, you know.
Now people taking sides and they shit. I don't like men because Will's doing this, and I don't like women because Jada's doing this. Yeah, listen, I get it, right? You're in the public's eye, so you want everything to be noticeable. I can't handle that shit. That's fighting you and the world.
So you
Mm.
think if so in your experience or your situation or in this situation, your explanation wouldn't be public. You would do it in if you as well, what would you do? That's all I'm gonna do. The men on the panel, if you're Will, what would you do? And the women on the panel, if you Jada, what would you do? Explanation. Should the
Well.
explanation be public too?
If I was Will, I would definitely hit the therapy session. Even though I don't know if they did it or not. It's not my. But if I was him, I'd do a therapy session, and I don't even like talking to fucking strangers type shit. They get paid for that. But if I was Will, therapy, if it don't work, then we here for the kids, cuz.
Respectful. Dirk.
Um, one thing I learned from my sponsor is the truth don't need defense, and just because people think they need actual explanations about behavior, to me, again, like I said before, it doesn't change a person's view of their behavior. It seems like is you kind of wasting your breath. You're looking for some level of, well, this is why I did this and this is why I went here. But really, there's no, what is my reason? Either you like my movies, you like my TV shows, or you don't. It doesn't matter whether me and my wife have an open relationship, don't have an open relationship, or do whatever. It's really none of your business. You're not in a relationship unless you're one of the people we're being open with. Is you're not connected to it. It's not gonna get your bills paid. It's not gonna pay your rent. So I'm not. Who am I even giving this explanation to? Am I hoping to get a deeper understanding from somebody? Because like I said before, it seems like when you tell people, oh, you know what? Oh, if you go, why you cheated? Oh, I remember she was saying she had childhood trauma or some shit for cheating. Nobody, usually when people bring up childhood trauma, people are so concerned. Oh my God, childhood trauma. No, when you cheated, nobody care about your childhood trauma at that point. They don't give a fuck. You might as well didn't even have that shit. They're like, oh, man, child. Now you want to blame your childhood trauma? Yeah, that's very effective. That's a very good excuse, but I feel like Childhood trauma is the thing that can mess you. It can cause murders, all type of stuff. So it's like you would think that that would be a, but it's like no. So I feel like who are you even giving the explanation to, and what will be the reaction? It seems like once you've done something that people consider not right or wrong or people don't agree with, that explanation it just falls on deaf ears. If anything, it makes you look more guilty because even if I'm giving an honest explanation because of my me not being 100% open at all times, this openness that I'm trying to display, pause, can be awkward or seem it can come across as ingenuine because somebody might feel like, oh, he's only saying this now because he got caught cheating. Now he's trying to talk about his childhood trauma. Maybe I really went to a therapist and found that out. So I just feel like sometimes you gotta really just people know what they know, and the people who you need to talk to, you'll get to talk to them hopefully. And that's something maybe a conversation to share for your kids or different stuff like that. But I think the people on the outside, whether you're a celebrity or not, to some extent, is not going to change a person's view, no matter what excuse you give. Because being away from each other all damn time while you're married, on like what Sonny was saying before, that to me can make sense to some extent why somebody might be doing other stuff to keep it. If they're gonna stick with each other, they're gonna stick with each other. If they find other ways to ring the bell or whatever, they ringing the bell. Hey, that's and it's working because they've been married over 20 years. So who am I to really get in the business and say it's bad? But if I do feel it's bad, ain't no explanation you about to tell me that's about to make me really go, you know what? Oh man. Yeah, you're right though. They ain't know each other. No, I don't give I don't care. So I'm more if it's I think yeah, so no, I think you just wasting your breath and you could be promoting something else and get if you do want to give an explanation or give some clarity, be very selective of who you're willing to give that to and why you're willing to do it. If you want to write a book to help people, maybe help them learn about themselves and their childhood trauma and how that can lead to them cheating, then write a book and you can express that in the book. But just going on an interview on your wife podcast and whatever, nah. Or like her going on stage. Only people I think she impressed was the people in the audience. I don't think she got any more fans from this or anybody that's going, oh, I get her now. I get why Jada fuck August and Alcina. I get it
Can I
now.
ask a
That
quick
meant
question, Mo? Let me ask a quick
what's up?
question. Was that Red Table Talk was
I
solely
don't think
based
that was.
on the marriage?
I don't think. I don't think that. No, the Red Table Talk was a podcast where, like, Venus mentioned, she did various interviews with various people. However, that was a way to. It was a way to get some fans to know about it and
Yeah.
put some eyes on
All
it
right.
because
Yeah.
let's address this in the open, like I said before, because we already got all of these other social sites and things making money off of reporting about us. Let's make a report about ourselves. And now we got fans over here, and now they know what's going on. And when we post Red Table Talk next week, all the people that came to watch Will cry at the table are going to
They made
come
money off of
back.
that shit. They made
They
money off
might
of that.
have. They might have not. Honestly,
Had
I
to.
don't know. I mean, that's one show.
Like if you watch it, it's really sad. I feel like the people that told her
It
to
was
do
it was it
this
was you know what I'm saying,
wasn't
was it
there
one
for
show? Sonny,
at
it
her
was
show and stuff down. Like, go ahead.
how many shows was it? It was 5, or it was a season, it was just one.
Oh,
They had it.
it was on for several couple years.
Yeah, at least
Oh
had
It
two or
shit.
was
three people.
yeah. It
It
was
just
on for a
didn't. It
while.
did.
Oh.
It was like a homeless person with no car. It didn't go nowhere.
It went,
Every
something.
paid mind to it.
Think the I think like Sonny said, I think the scandal with August kind of because the whole thing with the table talk was You know how when we say we go to put all our cards on the table. That was the theme of the Red Table Talk. So it was supposed to be a table of healing. And so the rules of the game, just like here, land your plane, we have a theme, of landing, be ready for takeoff. There's a language that go with that. The same thing with Red Table Talk. The whole rules of the Red Table is you come here to air your dirty laundry, to put all your cards on the table, sort through your cards, so that when you walk away, you feel different, you feel healed, you feel some type of resolve. And so
Embarrassed.
because she had to do that. I just wrote because I'll be writing down things as I'm listening to you all. One of the things I wrote down is nobody wants to be a hypocrite. And she came out as a hypocrite because she had all these people coming to her table, laying out their
Sonny don't
dirty
like
laundry.
that. Sonny
You
don't
know,
like that.
Mm.
She's right. I love Jada, but what Venus is saying is 100% sure. Like I said, I'm not that type of person. You're gonna know if we're together and we're not together. Venus, go ahead, but I ain't doing with that shit.
I'm not against. Literally not anti Jada. I liked Jada for years. I felt disappointed in how everything played out. And she very well maybe have struggled with narcissistic personality disorder. I don't label all narcissists as evil. I have had experiences in my work that I've done over the years that psychology may label these people a narcissist, but what I experienced was someone who was extremely broken and to the point they had no ability to feel anymore because they have been so broken. Now, there are some people that are like just crazy. You just can't deal with them as narcissists because they literally have no emotions or feelings whatsoever. And they don't have the ability to feel. And if I was Jada, I would recognize, I would own my doo doo. And, I would just take ownership
do do
of,
do do.
I would just own it. I would just own it and say, look, I messed up. I messed up. I had sex with my son's friend, and that's disgusting. Yes, I had a moment. I saw the man he was packing, and I was like, damn, this young man is packing. I want to experience that, And that's because that's what I heard through the grapevine, that August is packing, and she wanted to experience it. And so you, as an older woman, you're supposed to have some type of sensibility. That's where wisdom, and she came across as someone who has all this wisdom, but she did not listen in that sense and follow her wisdom. She followed her flesh. And so that's the thing about, that lifestyle. It's all about ego and flesh and satisfying the lusts of the flesh. And there are
The lust.
consequences. There's consequences. There's consequences to that. And, so, I land with that, that, Jada, she made her bed and she had to lie in it,
Hey,
but
hey, Eddie, this. Sorry,
no, go ahead, brother.
I just wanted to ask Eddie. That part that was recently. That was 2026. Jada said this.
Nah, that's
No,
the older
no.
clip.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
I
clip
about
was
to say she's
from,
still keeping this shit going.
No, it's an older. I just something I found that I thought was relevant, low key, because if we don't owe anybody no explanation, then she just said that dumb shit out there, like crazy. But however, yeah,
play, play it
Sonny,
again. Play it again.
Sonny, what's your explanation? What would be your explanation, as Jada?
you're muted, sweetheart.
Say it again
He said, "What would be your explanation
Yeah,
for Jada.
or
if
would
you
it be
was
public?
Jada?"
Yeah, if you was Jada, would it
Oh,
be public, or what would it be?
I mean, it did get nasty. And you said they not their income is not where it was maybe 20, 15 years ago. And if it's a way I can, I would just say no. because after it didn't just linger from that in the relationship, it lingered to the world where you got this man slapping another man for no fucking reason on national TV. Already calling us niggas because they say that he got a twitch in him. It's just too much going on that I felt like this needs to be in home. Sometimes we want to say everybody don't need to know our business. That's the truth, baby. Okay? They say talk about touching. You feel me? They talk about underage sex. These are the things you're supposed to be talking about, baby. Everything else stay in the house, baby. It stays at home. And I went.
Respectfully. I'm gonna take a little bit from all of y'all. What I agree with, the dirt is the kids. The kids are important in that situation because it shows that you take accountability and you are not just getting in front of it because your PR team has a script for you, but however, the image, the influence, and the impact that you have to your core audience, your followers, your future followers, your longtime followers, your close friends, your partners, your business partners, you have, you feel me, an allegiance to that. So kids are important to how, you feel me, it's addressed to them. Yeah, kids is important. Yeah, important to, and by you, you know, getting in front of it, you are actually
Take another one.
engaging with your audience and building a cult following. Because not only do they respect you for what you've done in movies, if you do charity, if you do stuff, where you're from, you feel me? People gonna love you for other things because I seen Will Smith come give out toys in my neighborhood, even though they can't go watch Bad Boys or they can go see, you know, see some of the other movies or whatever. But however they could follow you and have access to you is important. And if in their instance, yes, they have um a duty to do that, I would say. Yeah, I'll end with that. Um, any more thoughts?
There was a recent, she actually was on a recent podcast. I think she was on Diary of a CEO. And that actually is recent. And she made a statement. I know I'm probably going to mess it up, but I'm going to try to get it right. She said something to the effect that Will was doing him. He was already happy. And, so she was basically, she was mad at Will for being happy, is how I understood what she was saying. And her not recognizing her own responsibility to, be happy is the gist of what she was saying. I wish I could remember it verbatim, but it's actually recent. And she was on Diary of a CEO.
So she's mad because he's happy now?
I'll give you a second, go look it up. We do a quick commercial and then we get up out of here.
Okay.
You
See if
come
I can
back.
find it too. Okay.
Introducing PKNY OG, where street culture meets premium quality. Premium hats, bold hoodies, men, women, and the next generation. Wood strong, worn, proud. Crafted with the Wood Strong mindset, rooted, resilient, original. This isn't just fashion, it's identity. PKNY OG. Wear the legacy. Tap the link. Join the movement.
Join the movement.
This is BK.
Mike Payne.
Carly.
34 and a half. Hot boy Shay. Tyrell. And I play Tyrell.
And Monica.
Jay.
Mo.
Big Prince in that series Make Some Noise.
You gon' hear me now, feel me now. I'm 10 toes, no small talk, straight to the pen.
Throughout the season, you see him going through
where in the beginning he wanted to just do his music and work a regular 9 to 5, but as things continue to happen to him, he has to respond to the environments that he gets put in.
Whoa. Damn. Nah, fucked up, man. Yo, my bad, bro. Where the fuck was you at anyway? I was trying to get a little bottle or something, type of weapon that even the odds, it was more than us. A lot of people called me and was like, when they see me, I like to say I retreated, which is something people do in war all the time. They retreat to, regroup. Another word I like to use when I think about that scene. People thought I was like, punani.
Nigga, you must not know who the fuck I am, nigga. This is my city. Y'all beat his ass. Get up, bitch ass. You ain't talking niggas. Oh, right. We outside. I had people say, you just being you. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't no bully though. I ain't no bully, but yeah, don't take me there, bro. But other.
Welcome back. That's my guy. I'm so Tyrell. Go tap him with that, man. I'm on his page on YouTube. That's the show called Make Some Noise. 8 fire episodes featuring my guy. You see him in the corner. 30. But you already
I'm
know.
in a couple episodes. Tap in. You said you watched it, right, Venus? You said you liked the fake. You said you watched it.
What's that?
No, not Venus. My bad, Sonny. Sonny said you watched it, right, Sonny? You said you watched it.
It's a good.
Y'all both got space names. You watched all 8?
Yeah.
That's
a long time ago.
You watched 8?
Sure, yeah.
I still never watched 8.
See, I don't even know because I'll be at work. It'd be no calls. I'll be like, dude, hello. So I just, like that.
Him and I only watched the show like we was doing recaps early in the year.
I never watched 8.
He never. It's 8 episodes. You probably watched the first 5, I think it was.
7. I watched 7 of them. I didn't watch 8.
Yeah, it's an 8 episode.
Piece of it. We still waiting for the rest.
Hopefully one day. Yeah.
You found it?
Yeah.
Oh, we waiting for V. Don't forget about the
Yes,
show.
I did find the episode, but I can't find that clip of her talking about Will Smith.
Oh, don't trip.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all flying out with your guy. Any last landing thoughts or comments for the people, for yourself? Words of wisdom?
Love all y'all. Thanks for coming.
Love everybody here.
Any last explanations?
See y'all tomorrow, man. No service announcement.
Will Smith, leave. She's dangerous.
Yes, sir. Check us out tomorrow, HSA, her service announcement at 8. You already know. Dirty, what we talking about tomorrow?
I'm all done in 2 seconds. I was literally putting together Friday's things, but tomorrow we got Kevin Hart and Cat Williams squash the beef. Thoughts on that? Federal prison inmates, Fujiano back in prison. Thoughts on that? Nick Cannon makes it clear that Mother's Day is to be spent with your mother, not your baby mother. Thoughts on that? A video surfaces showing a group of people standing in the kitchen that has a bunch of rats. We'll talk about that. Sarah Fonat reveals her friend told her that she let her man go and she got married the next day to a friend. She let go of her boyfriend and got married the very next day to a friend. And I'm not going to tell you to take me to the jail story because that's a special section on Wednesday. So y'all know tomorrow. Tune in. The last story will be Take Me to Jail. So y'all know that.
Take me to jail.
So I'll leave that one. I ain't gonna tell y'all that. But we're gonna give thoughts. It's 6 hot topics every episode and 3 questions that are related to those hot topics. And I think we got some good ones for Wednesday. So tap in.
Respectfully. Anybody else last thoughts?
I sent you the clip. I found the clip. I sent it to you.
Oh,
Great
gotcha,
show.
gotcha.
Great show.
Yeah, great show.
You made it this long. Like and subscribe. Tap in. If you like others, you go to that QR code. Hit that. Pause it. QR that thing up. And shoot, we're gonna see y'all on the next flight, man. Appreciate y'all flying out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your destination. Please remain seated until you have properly processed. Keep your mind clear until next time.
Land your plane, land your plane, land your plane.